Tags in Marketo are used to organize and segment reporting for programs. So for example, let's say I had 3 programs, a banner ad program, a Google AdWords program, and an email marketing program. And I wanted to tag these according to the owners. So I could then do reporting around the programs that Fab owns versus the programs that Bob owns. The way I do that is by tagging them with a tag called owner and selecting the value as the person's name. Alternatively, we could have multiple tags per program. For example, we might tag these 3 programs with a region so that we could then later have a look at per region which programs were doing the best, or just generally reporting on those regions. To create a new tag in Marketo, you'll need to be logged in as an administrator. This is an administrator only task. However, once you have created the tag, anyone can use that in the programs, assuming they have permission. So now let's go to the tag section. We're going to create a new tag type and we're going to call it region. Now to add values, we simply type them here. For example, we want APAC, add another for North America, and then we need to select which program types this applies to. So generally it will be all of them. In this case, it's definitely all of them because a region can apply to any of these types of programs. If we click required, then it will enforce that everyone who creates a program must select a region. And for region, that would actually make sense. So in this case, we're going to select required. Click create. Now, once we've done that, if we go back to marketing activities and we go to any of our programs, we can go to the setup section, and then now we've got this region tag here. So we can drag that across, and then we would select the region of this particular program, click save. Now, if I wanted to create a new program, then what you'll notice is, let's call it test program. It is forcing me to select a region here. So I can't create a new one without a region, which is what we wanted because it's required. However, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this particular tag that we created. So let's go back to tags. Let's go back to region. Now we can't delete it because it's in use. So we need to click on the used by, go to all the programs that are using it. But before we can actually remove them, what we need to do is make the particular tag we want, for example, the region, not compulsory. So we click on it and then we right click, edit, and then we'll unclick required. That way we can actually remove it from the programs using it. So let's do that. Now we go to setup, and now we can delete this token, whereas before we wouldn't have been able to because it was required. Now that's deleted. If no programs are using that particular tag, we can then simply delete it. Let's go through an example of using tags to actually group our reporting. So let's go to analytics. We're going to go to program performance. So not all reports will be groupable by tags, but in this particular case, program performance is a good one. So let's click on that. We'll go to setup. And what you'll notice on the right here is you'll get the tag. So I could segment by channel. So for example, I could come in here, select the channel, and then that would group my particular report. Or I could just filter it by region. So in this case, I could select a region, click apply. So now when I run this particular report, it will filter out everything except the programs in APAC. Then I could further limit them by channel if I wanted to and say, okay, I only want email blasts within that particular region. So that's how to use tags once you've set them up.